He's just got to settle in. Timing is important. Get rid of the ball on time, trust your read, and execute this passing play if you're throwing it.
He's knocked down for a loss of 7. Here comes the field goal unit. The kicker will reach for a 36-yard attempt. And this one sails through just inside that left upright. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
And he'll take that first drive. Like, you wanted a touchdown, but you gave the people here at home something to cheer about on that first drive. Move the football enough to get your kicker an opportunity and to put 3 on the board.
He's got great speed. Oh, what vision. There he goes. Open it up. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. No guts, no glory. Caught it in the end zone. Didn't hesitate for a millisecond to take that thing back, and boy, did it pay off.
And this is why kickoff returns are so exciting. There's so much space between you and the other team flying down the field. The only time you're going to be provided that much space, and you could tell he knew what to do with that space. Kicked on the Jets by Felicia.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. Sends it back in motion. Direct snap. It's Brown. Powers through the defender. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give him a different look. On the direct snap, it's Brown. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Makes the catch. It's Harbor. He stopped at the 23 and still a ways to go to pick up the first down. The Gamecocks will try to move the chains on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's 4th down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
And the Gamecocks want to move quickly. To the air, it's Sellers. It's caught. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. His defense fully aware that he can run. They stop him after a short gain. The Gamecocks are moving quickly down the field. Wide receiver comes in motion. To the air on 1st down. Good timing on the quick out. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. And the Gamecocks with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Back to pass. Using his feet to buy time. It's complete to the right. Brought down at the 32-yard line. Picks up 15 yards on the play and an important first down.
I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. The Gamecocks come to the line with a new set of downs. Now from inside the red zone. Out of the backfield, he's open. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. They'll go to the ground. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Gamecocks! problem.
When you start in the black zone inside your own 20 coming out, it's difficult. You can give up a safety. You get worried about that. The offense puts a great drive together. Great job executing. Great job getting a touchdown.
He'll bring it out. It's Sategna. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. They'll have to hustle if they want to get off another snap before the end of the period. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter. We've reached the break. It's South Carolina. Let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. And the Sooners with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. A jet sweep pass. Finds a little space. That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30.
I love the idea, and I love just finding ways to get your best players out in the open field. This pre-snap motion and using...
It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Line gets set, first down. Give to the back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And they got him down in a hurry. Nice job by the defense. Aggressive attack. Come downhill, go get the running back, get him on the ground.
Rushes on him. Got a man. It's Burks. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
It's definitely the wide receiver's job to create space, right? So whether you're running a go or you're running a hitch like this right here, I got to find a way to push off legally or just create a little bit of space to get some positive yards.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
On 4th down, looking to pass. Gets it out quickly. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
Well, that tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. 4th down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
We're trying to run the ball on 1st down, guys, but just nothing doing up front. Their offensive line got blown up on that play. There was nowhere for that guy to go.
Finds the tight end. Stopped at the 46-yard line, but give him 10 yards and the first down. These routes have some reads and adaptability built in, and the big fella found that cushion and made the play.
Man, it's so awesome how much offenses have evolved. They know exactly what they're getting, where to sit down, quarterback, tight end, on the same page, gets...
The offense sets up shop at the 46 on first down. He'll do it himself. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. It's a running room. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Oklahoma!
Man, you've seen the evolution of the option, and you've seen the evolution with scrambling quarterbacks that can run and be so dynamic and just so much to defend. The quarterback says, forget that. You defend everything, I'll take it myself. In for 6.
Ready to try the point after. And with the extra point, they're up 14-10. So a drive there of 85 yards. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Fielded in the end zone, it's Williams. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 25, exactly where he would have been if he'd taken the knee. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Back to pass, it's Sellers. That's caught, it's Harbor. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one. And the Gamecocks moving quickly to the line. Looking to throw on first down. The throw to the outside is complete. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield. The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Looking to throw on first down. Steps away. Trying to make magic with his feet. And he scurries out of bounds and wisely avoids taking the big hit. Offense gets set for second down. Looking to fire. Got a man, it's Jacobs. Dragged down at the 39, but he's got 5 yards and they'll move the sticks. They'll give it to the back. Gets him on the ground at the 28, but not before a big 10-yard pickup. The Gamecocks pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Wants to go up top on first down. Using the quick game. How about picking up tough yards like that as he gets to the 22? Clock's running and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for second down. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Fires and picked off. Looking for more room. He's at the 40. They finally make the stop, and not only the huge turnover, but the big return has them set up in business. And they were most fortunate to catch up to him there. He almost turned that into a pick six.
Man, and he had a convoy, too. As soon as he had the ball, he just looked around him. There was just a lot of open green, and he took off. Great job by his teammates on defense, getting downfield and setting up some blocks.
And these touch passes, it's so hard because there's always action off of it, right? If I fake this pass and I can run it up the gut or I can throw it and it just spread me out and make me defend so many things, and you could tell they got on the edge quickly, got the big first down.
And this one will be stopped for no gain. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Looking to throw, it's Mateer. Here comes the heat. Headed to the end zone. They'll wrestle him down at the 4-yard line after that run. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. On third and short, they'll try to throw for it. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. It's fourth down, and they'll try the field goal. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. It's good. Now up by 7 points here in the second.
And I like the way this defense just finished. And I know they're trailing, but they didn't give up the touchdown. Got a little bit of momentum. Not much time left in this first half, but you got halftime to make some adjustments, come out with some energy, but a nice stop here.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Motion from the back. On the direct snap, it's Brown. One more snap coming before juice boxes and orange slices. Defense backing up, trying to keep everything in front. On the direct snap, it's Brown. He's moving out of the pocket. I guess they're trying to send a message to start this second half, lined up for an onside kick. They'd hoped to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it. Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. They'll start this third quarter with a run. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big jump, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. Let's see what they've got on second down. To the air. It's Mateer. He's got the tight end. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
Yeah, and I love running my tight ends across the formation. Just big targets that I can find a way to get the football to. Nice snag, nice little positive gain for my offense.
Just inside the 40-yard line. It's 1st and 10 from the 39. Looking downfield on first down. The sure hands, it's Sategna. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown Sooners! When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the run from inside his own 5. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the third quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
Wide open spaces. Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at them. They're ready to go again, back on the line of scrimmage, ready to run another play.
Almost had a lot more room there, but he'll go out of bounds at the 36.
When offenses get first downs like this, and they move the sticks, and they get some momentum, look at what they do. They put their foot on the gas, run this no-huddle, get to the line of scrimmage, and try to capitalize.
And the Gamecocks come to the line in the hurry-up.
So surprised. We have not been calling this guy's name more. He's one of the best tight.
Breaks into the open. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the first down. The Gamecocks, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Catch in the middle, it's Hunt. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Got his man. Now the connection takes it to the 11. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Dropping back, it's Sellers. He's got it on the move. Touchdown, Gamecocks. Made the grab and took it on in for the score. I tell you, when this drive started, the defense thought they had them in a hole. Not anymore. What a performance.
And I really like the play calling by the offensive coordinator on that last drive. That was a nice mixture of running and throwing and getting different players involved. Really nice job, very poised in that play calling, and it showed up with a touchdown.
Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he had just taken a knee in the end zone. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Wants to throw on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Finds a man on the left. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. Passing game kept the drive moving. Here's first down. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Finds some fresh air. Finds a little bit of room and finally wrestled out of bounds at the 43.
That's a really good job by the defense, reacting to what they see. They see the quarterback flip it forward on the touch pass. Now got to go get it, right? Corral that football. He picked up some yards, yeah, but you didn't give up that big explosive play, and now you have to make him earn it now on the next down.
Big catches, big plays, tons of yards through three quarters for these two guys. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. They had a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Wants to throw it. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete. It's Mateer. He's got his man across the middle. That'll be enough for the first down, and they'll mark it at the 48. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to third down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the first down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
Quick touch pass to the receiver. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth game if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
Under fire. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
QBs do a really good job of feeling pressure and trying to get away from him. You can see he wants to, but there's nowhere to go. Great job by the defense, getting him to the ground for no gain.
Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on third. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. The critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there. When it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
Incomplete, and that'll be a turnover on downs.
Well, they're unable to come up with that one on fourth down, and I remember this as a player. You practice specific plays on fourth down for those types of situations, and you know all week against the scout team, they've gotten really clean looks, easy to execute against. They didn't get a clean look that time, so you chalk it up to the defense and take note of it next time. You might not run that play again if you're in a similar situation.
One back in the backfield, he gets the carry. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play. And the Gamecocks are in the hurry-up.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
Got the quick pass. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. The Gamecocks really need to keep this drive alive on third down. They'll try to power their way ahead. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. And the Gamecocks have it with a 1st and 10. Looking for a man. It's Sellers. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. Intercepted. Big play. Stops the drive. Trying to take it back. The 20. Finally brought down. But what a play. Not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. About the only good thing that happened for the offense on that play, at least it wasn't a pick six. What a return.
Yeah, that didn't look good for the offense. You know all those big fellas, those O-linemen, they're not going to be able to go make the play. So as the DB getting the interception, you know if you can break that play and you can get past that level, it might be to the house. It might be to the crib. Lucky that wasn't a pick six if you're on offense.
Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. They want that clock to run. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. We've got a timeout on the field, a tight game in the 4th, and the Brain Trust will go to work. Cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
That's such a gut punch if you're the defense because you're trailing in this game. You've got to find a way to get off the field on 3rd down, but you can't stop the quarterback scramble. He's just been making plays in this game in critical moments, none bigger than that one right there with the lead late in the game.
clock keeps going tick, 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 tick as the offense takes a knee inside. A minute to go in this one. The defense burns their third and final timeout of the half. Quarterback's just going to take a knee. You want to talk about building confidence? Coming through with clutch plays,